Yes, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to address the beekeeping issue here. First of all, I'm a beekeeper in Bavaria. My employees are mostly female. We don't have a problem with the female quota. The top management in every hive is a queen. Go on. I provide bee products and pollination service in Upper Bavaria, and I'm selling organic certified honey in the local markets. And as a beekeeper, on behalf of all of my colleagues in Europe, I would like to use this opportunity to thank you from the bottom of my heart for working tirelessly to establish GMO-free regions. It is due to your work that I and most of my colleagues in Europe have no problem producing what our customers want, which is GMO-free bee products. I would like to use this opportunity to congratulate you to the even more green map that you presented today, because the green areas in the map are the areas where beekeeping, GMO-free beekeeping, is still possible. And Mr. Podelet very impressively illustrated how important your work is for us. We have to rely on civil society to establish GMO-free regions because the Commission is failing in its duties to protect the beekeeping sector. The GMO's impact on the beekeeping sector is the problem nobody wanted to see, much less hear or speak about. And this is the underlying reason why we had to spend so many years in court to get all the way to the European Court of Justice to put an end to this charade. And we should all thank Charlie Bablock, the beekeeper, that for many years had to carry this case through. All beekeepers in Europe owe him tremendous thanks of gratitude, and that's why we, as the Professional Beekeeping Association in Germany, awarded him our positive award, the Golden Stinger, for standing up for the beekeeping community. Now, how did we get to this situation? Well, in 2003, under WTO pressure, the European Commission tried to, on the one hand, tell the US and some other countries it's okay, we're letting GMOs in. On the other hand, they were trying to convince the public that this is no problem. And the European consumer was promised three things. Number one, freedom of choice through labeling. Number two, coexistence, so the ability to produce GMO-free products has to be protected. And three, zero tolerance, so no unassessed and unapproved events can be present in products for human consumption. At no point did the Commission says we are making these three promises for everything but honey. Okay? Already in 2004, and that's why it's completely incorrect to say this decision came as a surprise, or it's completely incorrect to say that beekeeping somehow was forgotten, because already in 2004, the Standing Committee on the Food Chain and Animal Health was trying to figure out a way how, behind the scenes, to renege on these promises in the honey sector. We as beekeepers were very present in all kinds of political arenas to make people aware that there is an issue with the beekeeping. So there is no way we allowed this to be a forgotten issue. But, for example, when the Commission had its conference on coexistence, I actually had to rely on the kindness of the Ministry of Rural Affairs and the Environment of Malta to present the beekeepers' case, because the German government's position was that GMOs are not an issue that affects beekeeping. Okay? This is a nice way to illustrate how this issue has been handled and why we had to go to court. Even the German Bundesrat agreed with the beekeepers that it's not so correct not to include beekeeping in the legislation. So for beekeepers, and that is true for beekeepers producing within the EU and outside of the EU, our personal position on GMOs actually doesn't matter. What matters is what our customers think, and what our customers think is based on what the Commission promised to all of our customers that are including food. And
well, can you conclude, because we still have the thing on EFSA, and there is another message at the end as well.
Yep.
And we still have 60 minutes only this morning.
60 minutes, that's great. Okay. In conclusion, I would like to respond to what Mr. Podelet said, because number one, you should know that the issue that the court decided wasn't a labeling issue, because MON A10 didn't have food approval. Okay? So this is a zero-tolerance issue, not the question of what the beekeeper has to write on the glass, but the question of whether the honey is marketable at all. Number two, the Commission is really insulting our intelligence if you're saying you're doing this to help the beekeepers, because no beekeeper asked you to create an environment that allows us to hide from our customers what's going on in terms of GMO contamination. We actually are united in fighting for our customers' rights to know what's in the honey. What you're actually doing is trying to preserve the possibility for the GMO industry to plant GMOs within the EU, because the problem is, if you give beekeepers the rights that every other farming sector has, then unfortunately there's very little room left for GMOs. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you.